Okay, back at the 850, my buddy Vince from Bivens stopped out tonight. We've got hundreds of runs on these 850s between his sled and mine. Vince is a top tuner on the asphalt. He's won at NHRA. So the reason he stopped out tonight is he's got a customer who wants to put 2 degrees in. And I said, Vince, I've got stuff to work on. He goes, no, we need to try it. So we did. So here's what we found, guys. Actually, I've got another good friend of mine, Jonathan McGee. I've been giving him advice. He bought all these clutch kits. He couldn't get anything to work. And I've been advising him on timing, not really knowing 100%. So Jonathan, this is for you too. You can thank Vince. So let's start out here, guys. The first run stock, it's 78, and then it went to 79, 165.42. I've got a few notes here just so we can be accurate for you guys on everything. Then here's our deal. We put 2 degrees in. Very nice. It bumped all the way to 167.67. And it did just what it should, just like Vince and I have seen asphalt racing. It tapered down quick. Stock held to 79. The 2 degrees stops the motor sooner. More torque coming up through. Very nice for a drag guy. We were 5 seconds from 75 to 78. So what's this translate to? This translates to, if you're drag racing 500 feet, 660, you can run it. Vince made a good point, because then, of course, we had to check Skidoo Engineering and check our buddies from Canada, the lake race. So now we do a 20-second pull. Again, 20 seconds from up when we're getting on the clutch in the pipe, not starting down here where it does nothing. So here's what happened. It dropped off to 163.95. So let's say 164. That's, geez, I forgot my math here. 167 to 1. We dropped almost 3 horsepower. You can also see how good the engineering is, because it allowed us to still turn 7,900 with a hot pipe. The reason being, they slightly closed the power valves. The pipe's so hot, if the valves were open, it would have turned 8 or 81. So Vince made a very good point for a trail guy back any place with decent gas. He could run the 2 degrees. It would work great in the woods. When you got in a long cornfield, the worst that's going to happen is he's going to lose 4 horse. He's going to slow down, but he's going to have a better sled in the woods. So then, since Jonathan had gone back to stock, he had so much clutch trouble, I said, Jonathan, we've seen 3-4 degrees works best on our carb motors drag racing on these snow hills. Put 3 degrees in, load your clutch. He put the 3 degrees in. He picked up 1 mile an hour. And here's why. He's only running 500 feet. So I deliberately on this run, instead of doing a 5-second run, I did 8. And here's what happened. The 3 degrees was pretty close to the 2 degrees. And then when we got up here, 77, 78 on the clutch, again, it fell off. 166.27, which translates to down 1.4 horse. So people have been telling me my videos can be a little confusing, so I'm going to rehash and go back through the basics. The stock made 165.42. The 2 degrees worked great on a 5-second run. The 2 degrees on a 20-second run. And Vince and I did the math. That would be like running 0.6 something miles. Canadian guys have lakes up to 7 miles. So guys, the Skidoo engineers are pretty smart on all this, because they've got the Canadians, they've got us guys in the woods. So if I was a Canadian, I would leave it. Stock timing. The other thing we didn't address tonight is we've got very good gas here in central New York. We've got 91. We've made the best power on the dyno with 91 non-ethanol. We can't make the same power with 93 ethanol. So let's take a Midwest guy who's just got ethanol gas. I'm going to tell you right now, he's going to be restricted to 1 degree. So again, guys, great technology on these new sleds and very interesting. Vince, thanks, and I'm going to go work on my Polaris mod.